What's up, guys? It's Gaz. Welcome to another week of our Nightwave tips and tricks, and we are going to just have a pretty fast one for you guys today. But before we get into it, I'd like to give you guys some of a little roadmap of what's going to be happening over the next week for videos. So some things I have planned on videos, guys. I'm going to be planning to do that Kuva endurance video this week, even though they have not fixed the bugs for Kuva disruption. I'm going to just do that. We're going to also have a Daikyu and Dread video, also the Cernos, just because all the bows got double damage, basically, so they're still exactly the same as before, but they just have double damage, so there you go. I think the Dread and the Daikyu are really good, and the Rock to Cernos is also amazing. And beyond that, I need to do an Icarius video as well, so we'll get into that as well. But before that, let's go over these challenges, guys. So, our first weekly, find all caches in 3 sabotage missions, Cache Hunter. Recommend doing Cervantes on Earth with some loot radar. Earth Bounty Hunter, complete 5 different bounties in the Plains of Eidolon. Make sure every bounty you do for this, guys, has a different variation between the other one you just did. So if you just did Cull the Enemy, the low-level one, make sure you're doing a high-level version of Cull the Enemy or something along those lines. I try to make sure the name and the level are different, and that will make it so you're not wasting any time on these. Also try to do the low-level ones because they just go faster. Help Clem with his weekly mission. You need to do the Man of Few Words quest and go to the relay and talk to Clem, or actually talk to Darvo about helping Clem. It's a 10-minute survival mission. Sanctuary Researcher, complete 5 scans for Cephalon Samaras. You need to go and complete the new Strange quest, and Cephalon Samaras is on the 2nd floor in the relays or in the basement on the Earth relay, and he has daily tasks for you. You can also set additional targets, a personal target from the conduit on the left of Samaras. Unlock 3 relics, very straightforward. These are just any void relics. And if you find a sabotage void fissure, maybe you want to just double duty that. Although I never really go and find the caches in sabotage fissures, so maybe that's a bad suggestion, actually. Kill 3 Silver Grove Spectres. You need to do the Silver Grove quest. Go talk to New Loka in the relay if you have not done this yet. This is the quest where you get Titania's blueprint from. And yeah, so you need to scan a bunch of plants pretty much to make this mixture. It makes a special boss spawn on Earth in a hidden area. I have another video a couple weeks ago where we did this as well. Bringing in Necros will give you extra loot because they drop exclusive mods, and that can be kind of nice. Complete 10 Nightmare missions of any type. The way you get a Nightmare mission to unlock, guys, is you complete every mission on a specific planet at least once. A Nightmare mission will appear once every 8 hours. Let's go over these cred offerings. So we got the Evergreen stuff, Orcan Reactors, Vauban, Nitane. Our helmets, we got Anubis helmet. Always recommend this Anaros Anubis helmet if you don't have it already. We've got the Loki Swindle helmet, a favorite of mine. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Trinity Aura helmet. I don't dislike that one. Some people like this Wukong helmet. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't think I would really use this on Wukong Prime, but some people like it. Nidus Myxini helmet. Not bad, not bad. Cora Delphi, good if you don't have Tenogen. Ivara Loxley, this makes you look like Robin Hood, kind of. Or like some kind of archer. I have a Robin Hood cosplay of my Ivara using that helmet, so keep that one in mind. For aura mods, we actually have good aura mods this week. We got Rifle Amp, Rejuvenation, Enemy Radar, and Deadeye. I'd say the most important ones out of these 4 are Enemy Radar and Deadeye. And Rejuvenation can be useful on some builds. The fun thing is if you have 4 people on your team with this, guys, it's 12 health per second, because this stacks between teammates, so it can be pretty fun. We've got the Desert Camo skins for some specific weapons. And we have Kuva for 50 Nightwave credits this week, guys. So get as much of that as you can. I know I've been rolling a Daikyu ribbon recently, so I'll be using that. Also have Wolf Beacons for 50 creds each. He does not have the best drop chance on all of his Wolf Sledge stuff, or the mask for that matter, so good luck there, guys, if you're going to be doing that. And we also have the Glaive Blueprint for Mastery Fodder. So that is going to be it, pretty much. We're going to be going over the new Infested missions really quickly as well before I take us to tips and tricks. So if you guys didn't know, there's this new thing called Outbreak Missions Completed. So you look at what planet it tells you to go to. So we've got Mars, for example, and you go to the Mars and you click on the missions with these fists on them. Make sure it's the Infested one you're clicking on. So you do those, and you do up to 3 of them, and once you complete 3 of these missions, it will allow you to access this special floating Orican Derelict mission. See how it says Zealot Derelict code is required to enter? To get that Zealot Derelict code, I have to complete those 3 missions on that specific planet. So I'm going to show you an inbox message I got the other day about that. So here is a mission from, or a message from the Lotus. I did this one just to check out what this is. So this basically gives you access to a normal, it's like an Orokin derelict mission on that planet. And there's a couple new infested enemies on that planet, or in that mission specifically. And you get 1,500 Nightwave rep by completing it. So it can be nice to catch up, guys. It does take a little while to do these. So for example, this one's requiring me to do these invasion missions, and that's a mobile defense at the end. That's going to take me like a half hour probably to get 1,500 Nightwave rep. But if you are having a hard time doing some of the challenges and you're trying to catch up, that can be helpful. Okay, so let's go over a little bit more of an in-depth explanation here, and then I'm going to be on my way. Find all caches and sabotage 3 times. Like I said earlier, you want to do Cervantes is my suggestion, although some players do prefer the Void. If you're used to doing the Void caches, more power to you. I find the Earth one extremely simple because it's like, if you have the loot radar on, you're using like Limbo to like catabomb everything. The only things that are going to be on the loot radar are going to be those caches, and I just found them very easy to find on Earth. It's like pretty flat for the most part. And yeah, there's a couple like hidden rooms, but they're a lot more tame than some of the other planets, in my opinion. Yeah, like I said, the Void is like the opposite of that. I feel like the Void is much harder to find those, but I've had so many people tell me the Void is easier for them, so it's up to you guys. Also, Naglar on Eris, you can get those dual stat electric mods, up to you. That does count for this now. It used to not count, they changed it to count, so that's good. 5 different Plains of Eidolon bounties. So like I said, you gotta be a little bit careful when you're doing this, guys. When you're going to the plains, make sure you're picking a bounty that is different from the one you did before in some way. And even if it's on a different little Kanzu hut in the plains, if it has the same name or the same level, same name and the same level, it's not going to count. So you want to be super careful on this one. I'd say start with the level, like the level 1 versions where it's only 3 steps, and if you run out of level 1 versions that are like unique, you can move on to level 2, which has like 4 steps. It's almost just as fast. Enemy levels are a little bit higher though. There is no real tip to the Clem mission, guys. The Clem mission is literally just 10 minutes. There isn't a Warframe that makes time go faster yet, so when we get a Warframe that makes time go faster, that will be helpful here. But until then, we're stuck with that 10-minute timer. Alright. Make sure you bring, like, if you want to be super safe, you can bring something like Necros to give you extra life support, or just, like, roam through the whole map. You can find some Ayatan sculptures hidden in these missions if you look really hard. Not guaranteed, of course, but it is a thing that happens, so keep that in mind. 5 Cephalon Samaras scans. So what you can do for this, and I've done a couple times, is you can actually grab Cephalon Samaras' little bounty thing where it says, scan this guy 3 times or whatever. You can do that twice and then abandon it and then pick it up again, and that will let you keep scanning. And like I said, you can also grab these personal targets on the left side of Samaras, and that will let you basically hunt down these specific enemies. You can hunt them a bunch. Like I think it's like 10 scans each. There's like a Lancer, there's a Moa, and they're very easy to find. You just go to Venus. Like for the Moa one, I would just go to Venus. I'd be like, alright, well, where do Moas usually spawn? Okay, they're a Corpus enemy. I'm going to do a Corpus capture mission on Venus. And I guarantee I'll find a Moa in that mission that will work for this, because Samaras will tell me. So, yeah, that can be pretty easy. Let's move on to the next one. Unlock 3 relics. Yeah, I was looking at the mission types this week, guys. You really can't, like, really cross-progress this very well. Unless you're finding the sabotage caches in a relic sabotage mission, which, like I said earlier, I really don't do this. This makes the mission take a lot longer, so I'd say maybe just go out of your way with some friends or with some people from recruiting chat to get this done specifically. And then just do 3 relics passively. Barokatir should be here this week, so keep that in mind. You can open some relics for whatever he might bring. Alright, moving on, we got kill 3 Silver Grove Spectres. I was thinking about this earlier, guys. I don't really have any specific locations I'd like to scan plants on. If you guys have any spots you'd like to scan plants for the Silver Grove Spectre stuff and you want to share it, it's understandable if you don't want to share it, because, you know, it is a pretty competitive market out there sometimes. But basically these things, guys, they have plants that are acquired from like all over the system. So for Lunar Pitcher, for example, on the Twilight Apothec, you would need to get this from Lua. You could just do like a Lua capture mission or something, and that should be pretty simple. They're usually in like the side rooms, but I've actually looked on the wiki and like the forums for suggestions on these, and like for Frostleaf, you can usually find like 10 Frostleaf right next to each other, so that one's pretty simple. Vestin Moss, it can be pretty hard to see. You actually want to take out your scanner so you can see it on the ground for the most part. And then these other ones, like The only annoying plants are the ones that require the day and night cycle on the Earth missions. Because, like, for example, Moonlight Jade Leaf, I'm pretty sure that's one of the annoying ones. This only appears at night, the night cycle on Earth, so that could be a pain in the butt to get that one for this. So that's why I scanned a bunch of these, and I have a bunch of them like sitting around because I'm like, okay, it's night cycle right now. Let's get a bunch of these scanned up. Okay, I need to get some lunar pictures though. All right, and then the final challenges. One really quick thing, guys. If you're trying to get like fat plat by getting growing power to drop from these, like you probably should, just remember that you need to have a on death loot buffer and an alive loot buffer. So the way I look at it, you basically just need to have Ivara and Necros, or Ivara and Hydroid. Basically, Ivara is required for maximum loot farms nowadays because they nerfed double death loot effects stacking. Okay, so make sure you bring an Ivara to this if you want to get extra loot. Because those, I'm pretty sure growing power is still like 50-ish plat, so give that a shot. And then as far as the nightmare missions, guys, you should probably be doing every mission in the game anyway to unlock arbitrations. So, for example, I've completed every mission on Venus, and we've got this nightmare survival mission, which is vampire mode, where your health is getting drained, you kill an enemy, and it like restores your health, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. If you complete every mission in the game, you didn't know this, completing a mission for the first time actually gives you mastery rank for it, guys. So if you want to get higher mastery rank, and you want to unlock these arbitrations, which are like pretty rewarding alert missions, you want to clear every mission in the game at least once. And trust me, it's worth it, because you get extra mastery, lets you get some of the better weapons, and then you clear everything out, lets you do nightmare missions, you get a guaranteed rare mod at the end. It's a very smart thing to clear every mission in the game if you are able to do that. So, that's going to be basically it for the video today, guys. Thank you for everyone that has been supportive about the whole Conclave Universal Medallions thing. There was lots and lots of really good discussions over the weekend on Reddit, in the comment sections, and yeah, definitely reinforced the fact that a lot of those Conclave players are just super toxic, which is really sad, honestly. But you know, like we're gonna figure something out. I hope that DE has like a response or something like that of, well, maybe the fact that everybody is really mad about this, maybe we should say something about it, and maybe give some clarification on what our plans for Conclave in the future are, because they make that sound like tough luck if you want these skins that are locked behind this. You literally can't even buy them with plat. You can't. I don't think you can trade for a lot of the Conclave skins either. So they're basically a ton of content that's just unobtainable. Oh, I didn't even know the whole story, actually, when I made that video. The story is like 10 times worse. We're not going to get into it right now, guys, but there was basically one person on Twitter that made this whole debacle happen. So, yeah, that was a bit odd. I definitely didn't think that some of my favorite devs at DE were going to cave that easily, but, you know, that's just life. I will see you guys soon. We'll have some buffed bow videos. We're going to have the Kuva endurance thing. But guys, I definitely think you should go buy a Dread Riven and a Daikyu Riven if you don't have one yet. The Daikyu has really high dispo. And you know what? We actually have some Kuva right now. Or we have some creds right now, so let's get some Kuva just to see if we can get anything better. But the Daikyu has crazy high dispo. And like I said, they basically doubled the damage on it. So now it's like, if you put the headshot multiplier mod on it, guys, you're gonna like one-shot basically every enemy. It's really, really crazy. So, let's see. We got critical chance, punch through, and damage right now. Ooh, minus fire rate's terrible. The problem with the Daikyu is it has like extremely slow fire rate. But when you do fully charge it, it dunks on people. So, we didn't get lucky there, but I'm gonna keep trying to get some Kuva for this. Probably do like a Kuva flood after I'm done recording this, and yeah, you know, just trying to have some more fun with the game, guys. A lot of people are not happy about the main line that we got, but we'll get Railjack soon, right? Hopefully before the end of the year, and hopefully things all just turn around for Warframe, and we're more excited to play it. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing what I can with what we got, and I will see you soon, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Peace.